Welcome back to part 4. So guys, I've done a lot of testing last night. Well, about half an hour testing on some of these lights up here. 1.6 volts lights. They usually run off a solar pack, but you charge up with a solar separate, obviously the 1865 cell. But the reason I'm making this video is there's a few things actually. Let me just get some up. Is these batteries. Right, I understand they're fake. 100% fake. Ran some tests on them last night, and obviously I had a few messages saying they're fake. And obviously, what do you expect for the price you buy? You know, you could buy 100 of these for £88. I haven't seen them blowing up or anything like that. That's the reason I'm using them. And I do understand that my milliamps are not 9,800, because if that was, that would be incredible, right? 10 amp hours mini battery. So why am I using them? One, I'm going to use them for testing, and to be honest, I calculated 4 batteries will give you just under 2.5 amp hours. I'm happy with that. I'm going to build this out completely, obviously my system. And I'm going to stack them. I'll keep stacking them even if I have to use 500 of these batteries. If they don't expand and blow up, it's not going to bother me, because obviously these things are light. These are even lighter than the 3000 milliamps. I do know that they're obviously holding more power and stuff like that. But to be honest, I'm not really bothered about if they're fake at the moment. I'm still testing on them. I just want to get this system in the van working correctly, and it's going to be a system what comes in and out with me, you know. So if I'm camping outside, I can go out and use outside basically, just quick release, you know. So when the system's actually done and I'm happy with it, I will change the batteries. I'm going to see how long they last. I'll keep you updated on these if you want to know much about these fake ones. So if I see the batteries unperforming, which did last night, basically I had 4 batteries in a row and they were about 15 volts when I tested them. So I ran these 2 light bulbs for half an hour and I went from 15 volts to 13 volts. So I thought to myself, it's not bad, because obviously they're not 9,800 milliamps, and you can run these all the way down. I've just bought a lovely solar charger for it, and I'm working on something else, and it's working brilliant. I love this little thing I've made, you know. I'm so happy that I built one instead of buying one, because this little bad boy, it works brilliant. The only thing I'm waiting for now is a diode. I'm trying to put like what's it called? I think it's a 10 watt diode on there, so no power powers it up. It just throws power down the line into the batteries, and this will be charging my power wall and my 12 volt system in the van, because obviously I'm vice versa in it now. I'm thinking about keeping my acid batteries just for backup, because I want to disconnect my power wall till I know it's 100% safe and I feel, you know, comfortable to leave that on all night. But at the moment my power wall's going to be just like a storage for power, so if I do run out, all I have to do is switch a switch and it trickle charges my acid batteries, example. That's how I'm going to do it. My plan was to set up everything like the alternator, my solar, my windmill, all at once on the power wall. But the reason I can't really do that, I have to change the whole 12 volt system in my van, because my solar controller is for acid batteries, and the way I set up my 12 volt, everything is controlled by my MT50 and my solar controller. So I made basically an earth block, and then I've got a fuse box, and my load powers up all the remaining. That makes sense, if you understand what I'm saying there. So if I have my lithium power wall, I have to change all that, and then I have to put, you know, another controller and stuff like that. Obviously I'm buying a solar controller separate, but the way the lithium controller is to this controller is different because you don't have a load, so that's one of the reasons. So basically it's going to be for my storage, and I'm going to trickle charge my acid batteries if they go low, if that makes sense. Plus I can disconnect it and use it elsewhere. Thinking about using it on an electric outboard as well, because I've got a petrol one, and sometimes it's handy to have electric motor around, you know, like electric outboard boat engine, and I try it on that. But yeah, this is working great. Just waiting for the bearing, and then I'm going to start setting this up. Look how small it is. I don't know if you followed this video. Obviously I used just masking tape here. It's hot glued in, and I used the sellotape for more, you know, strength. But I will wrap this again with the heat shrink, and you can buy a big sheet of it, so I put a heat shrink over it just to seal it, because it is a waterproof engine, and then I'll heat it on and it looked professionally done. And yeah, so I'm just waiting for the bearing, make the tail, and then I'm gonna hook this to the van somehow, or might even have a pole that sticks in the ground, because I had this about 5 foot and it was spinning like crazy, this thing, and I've already tested the voltage. It's really good. So that's all I'm waiting for now. The bearing, the diode I brought was basically not good for a 14 amp system. I'll show you if I can find one. So this is the diode I brought. It's the wrong one basically. Well, it's not the wrong one, it's right for a 12 volt system, but because it's 14.8 and you're 2 volts over, or whatever, 2.5 whatever volts over, that 2.5 still goes through this diode. So technically I need a bigger diode. So I found one of them bolt ones, and I know nothing's going to go through that. I think it can hold about 20 volts, so perfect. So yeah, let me give you a look at the system now, what I've been doing and stuff like that. It's up on the ceiling now. I think it's quite a good place to store it, because if you know about lithium, they don't like to be cold. That's why, another reason I want to keep it as like a storage, so I can trickle charge my acid batteries, so I don't power up that system straight away. All it does is trickle charge my acid batteries when they're low, when I don't have sun. So I can run different loads off it as well, you know, I can use fag lighters and stuff like that, but I'm not going to use that at the moment. I will be doing that in these videos and that. So the next video I want to show you how I installed the solar charger, and show you it charges up correctly, each cell, each tube, and we're going to be doing some testing, and then I will jump onto something else, you know. What I really want it to do now, as I want it portable, and stuff like that, I want to run my mining rig off it. Obviously not with just 10 tubes. I'm going to keep adding tubes to it, you know, even if I add 11 tubes times 4, 44 tubes, I keep building it up like flat, up, and I'm going to make it like a monster. And easy access to change the batteries if you have an error, and obviously when you can afford better batteries, you know, proper batteries, not fake ones, then you have got a powerhouse there. And I'll just keep you updated through the whole progress of this Powerwall. So let me show you where it is. What do you reckon? What do you reckon, guys? I put it on the ceiling. It's only with 2 screws straight into the bodywork. And the reason I put it here, because obviously, as I said, this controller don't do lithium. And look at my batteries, 12 volt is just crap. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bridge the solar with 2 clips here, so going into here and then going into my next controller, and then this controller will be charging this device, because remember the charge rate on this is quicker than the acid. And then obviously the controller, what I like about the controller I'm getting, you have to switch it on and off. So when I know these are full, I just switch it off. Well, it switches off automatically, but then when the batteries die down, you press it again and then it charges them up. So in mind, I feel safer like that instead of constantly charging my lithium battery, because you don't want to continuously charge your lithium battery. So yeah, I will keep you updated on that controller. As soon as it comes, that will be the next project on this wall. As you can see, I took off, well, one of the wires fell off. I tested this one, and this one now is showing 13 volts, and everything else is showing around 15 volts. So this is my next project now. As soon as the controller comes, I'm going to hook this one back up with this one, and then I'm going to put a charge on it. And then I'm going to check every single one to see if it says 15 volts, because I know this one now is showing 13 volts. So if this balances out the same as these, we're good to go. But the only thing is, let me just put you back on the stand. The only thing is, these batteries, the research I've done on these batteries, because obviously they're fake, after about 4 or 5 charges or discharge, they get up to about 520 milliamps. So the first cycle is around 100 milliamps. So that tube, what I just said, already done 1 cycle, and the other ones had done no cycles. So I'm going to give it about 4 or 5 attempts, you know, run them batteries down after the first charge, and then I'll keep you updated. And if the milliamps go up, then good for me. If they stay at 500, they stay at 500. I'm not bothered. You know, I still got 2.5 amp hours each tube, so we'll leave it as that. But yeah, guys, if you want to see a bit more on this, hopefully the bearing comes this week. I want this to be on the van. I'm going to leave it on the van because this will waterproof. And the prop, if you want to know about the prop, because I had a wooden one and that was crap, this one picks up lovely. All I did, I put hot glue in there, and the shaft on this one fit perfect, so it was tight already. I just put the hot glue to secure it a bit more. I didn't need to, but I just did it because this thing does spin fucking fast, you know. Obviously it's not going to hurt you, you know. That's another thing I've done this one. So those big ones, if you get hit with them, you might cut yourself. But this one, even if it spins, you can just stop it, but you just grab it like that and just put it down, don't you? But yeah, and the blade's not even that big. It's only 12-inch blade, so I can store this anywhere. I can prop it up or whatever. So I'm gonna need to find a nice spot for this in my van. So all I do, take it off the hooks, leave it outside, and let it do its thing. And it's gonna be one of them ones that move like this. Shame I can't do a vertical one, but they never had a vertical blade, but never mind. But yeah, really good, and I'll keep you updated with this. I brought a controller for this as well. The only thing I don't like about the controller, it doesn't tell you anything. It's just one of them normal controllers. So what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and put a voltmeter on it so I can see how much electric this is generating all the way down into my batteries. So that's what I'm going to do. So the controller as well, it does, it's got a protection so it won't overcharge your battery and that. So yeah, that's that. Okay guys, Hobbies and Gadgets, it's time to sign out I think. Keep you updated there, and hopefully the charger comes soon. That's the only thing when you order things from China and stuff like that. You know, you do a DIY project, a cheap project, and the bits take ages and ages to come. That's the only thing. And my diesel heater is telling me I've got an E05. So, Hobbies and Gadgets is signing out. I've got to sort out that E05 now. Peace.